Gentlemen, welcome back to the Fantasy Footcholes League World Cup season. I'm your host and sexy admin, Kyle Steppe, aka the Swagsters, joined by former champion Tony Swift Frederick and 0-2 manager, fellow Spike runner-up ring legend, Trevor the Villians TerBurgh. Fellas, first of all, how you doing? Thanks for coming on.
Doing all right, it's pretty nice just easily being on top of the world. Not much competition. It's kind of coasted by right now with my lackluster team.
Does it feel good or
Tony,
bad?
you're the team to beat right now. What are you talking about?
It's just tough always just hanging around at the top.
Yeah, Austin Eckler, league winner. Book it. Put that in writing.
Tony, would you rather be the most fraudulent 2-0 team of all time or the scariest 0-2 team of all time?
Now I'll take my fraudulent team. Behind the gates of Lamar Jackson, the world is my oyster.
Trevor, 0-2. Not been a good season for the Villains so far this year. Really from start to finish. From the video issues that you had in the beginning of the season, 0-2. Injuries haven't been anybody's friend. What is the vibes in the Villains camp right now?
Well, first of all, I would just like to say my condolences. Rest in peace, Tua Tagovailoa. Good quarterback at Alabama, a solid career at Miami. Sucks that he died on the field, costing me a win, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. Also, league, you're welcome. My failure of a TikTok video has now given content of Connor attempting that same dance for everybody to use. So that ended up actually working out great. So you guys go ahead, use that. It's going to be used for probably the next 5 years. So good job, Con. You killed it, man. But yeah, no, 0-2. Well, Caleb sucks. That was not in the books. That is not something I expected. So we'll see if DJ Moore can bounce back. T. Higgins, he's risen from the dead, so hopefully he can get something going against the Commanders. And then if anybody has quarterbacks out there, I'm listening. So, but yeah, no, 0-2. I think we'll be all right.
Tony, give me your best Tua impression.
Ooh, this is going in YouTube. Oh, there we go. I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. I was a little nervous there. I was about to turn off my face cam.
No, I mean, it's sad.
I thought you were gonna start licking windows and shit.
I mean, you might. Well, I mean, if there was a team to lick a window for right now, it's the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they need a quarterback and they need somebody to lead that team. They're not a bad team, but
Tom Brady lives in Miami.
Time to trade for Bryce Young. Bring him down to Miami.
Trevor, who has been? I'll be as broad as I can with this question. What has been the biggest surprise so far this year?
Tony's 2-0.
Tony, same question.
I mean, no. It's just like, have we looked at Tony's roster? Like, in all respect, like, Tony is 2-0 right now. Do we understand that? He is starting Austin Eckler, the backup running back for Washington. Like, let's just, no, I'll save it. We got a long podcast. Go ahead.
Bro picked up Darnell Mooney, who has literally been dog shit his entire career, last minute, and threw him in to beat Neil.
I'll give you guys my thinking behind that. Neil was super pissed. I was going to cut Khalil Herbert anyway. Didn't end up having to cut him. But I was literally scrolling through TikTok, and one guy was like, if you don't have this player on your team, you should go at him now. And it was like the night before. Darnell Mooney's the guy. He's like, he always gets open. He's a big, deep threat. And I was like, I don't hate where this guy's coming from. Ended up just working out in my favor. So thank you, TikTok.
I also want to remind everybody, DeAndre Swift had 14 rushes for 18 yards. That was a real stat line. He averaged, like, I texted Tony. I swear to God, I think Tony would have had a better yards per carry on the same amount of attempts. I really do. Like, if you put Tony in that same exact scenario, I know he's breaking at least one run for 15 yards. That's happening. So, but yeah, no, 2-0.
Attack though.
Love fantasy football.
don't know if I can run 15 yards right now. No, I don't know. I think once Travis Kelce, takes a leave of absence from between Taylor Swift's legs, and gets under his own, I think we're gonna find something special here in this team, especially when Jerome Ford just busts through that Giants defense this weekend.
Oh, for sure. No, you're gonna enjoy the next 2 weeks of him until he's just gone again. And then let's see who's coming in after that. Let's see. Let's check this out. So
Enter
you got
Kareem.
Chubb. Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You got Kareem Hunt. No,
He's
you're
good.
Yeah, you're fine.
We're play the injuries. We're just gonna play the cards.
3-0. 3-0 inbound.
So one of my favorite things about this season as a whole has been the World Cup here. I've actually had thoughts of completely relinquishing commissioner duties forever so that we could just have a rotating committee that can be up for vote. Who's to say?
Somebody's gonna die.
Guys' favorite. Trevor, we'll start with you. What's been your favorite part of the World Cup so far?
Probably just the fear factor. Because, obviously nobody wants to lose in fantasy, right? It's heartbreaking and stuff. But now, you literally have to, calculate points and be like, oh my God, am I going to lose by 50? Or, you have to, pray to Christ that somebody at least gets a carry or a catch throughout a game and doesn't get hurt. It just adds fear, honestly. I think that's healthy for as healthy as fantasy football already is. So.
Tony, I was taking minutes as you guys were kind of deliberating the punishments and the weekly intricacies of it. Do you think the committee made the correct decision by having the 50 ball be renaming a team and a 0-pointer be a 4 loco? Or do you think it should have been flipped?
Oh, no, absolutely. I think we're in a great space with those rules. I enjoy.
Why am I not shocked?
I enjoy watching this league live through fear. I think it's going to help put money in the jinx jar for one. We had a couple close calls last week.
But I can't say it.
The committee was feeling gracious and willing to give a yellow card on that one. I can't say they're going to be so forgiving next time, but no, I think we're in a good space. 2 weeks, 2 4 locos. We're on track for 17 of them if possible. So every week somebody's going to get blown out by 52. It seems like so. I think it just makes fun and gives you a little something extra to play for each week.
100%. I was talking to some of the guys down in Trenton, where Marlo's from, and they have it where every L you have to you get iced essentially, or shotgun. Sorry, no, you shotgun. Icing is something different. Every L is a shotgun. You have to do it on a weekday, and you can't be drinking that night. You have to send the video in by Tuesday evening.
It's definitely some new thing that the future committee think of if we decide to make every year a World Cup.
Trev, would that take away from the World Cup year itself, or do you think it would only enhance the fantasy league as it is?
I like the World Cup concept. I like the ideas of the punishments and stuff. The additional flex has been interesting for a World Cup year. That's changed some things. But in terms of the punishments and stuff, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing 1 or 2 of the punishments stay long term. But that additional flex, I'm interested to see if that's voted on next year.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting, and we'll have to. I think this will be an ongoing discussion if we want to have a new committee every year or do this every 4 years and go back to our old rules. But we've had 2 50 balls, had 2 4 locos, as we mentioned. We've only seen Ruse. We haven't seen Tony's yet. But of the 2 names that we've had, the Wichita F words and the Dirt Pad Bandits, who's above the other right now? What one's funnier? What one hit closer to home for you two?
No, I go, Tony.
I don't fully understand the Dirt Pad Bandits, so I'd love to hear the story behind this one day. But the picture behind it is so funny. I think that picture is awesome. So I'm enjoying that one right now.
Picture kills.
The background story. I mean, obviously, shout out Wichita, great organization. But the dirt pad origin, you just can't really top that. So
that isn't going to go on YouTube either. That'll be in the chat.
Yeah, I'll be interested to hear that one day.
Connor, when you get to this point in the video, call Tony a pussy in the chat. I'll text the story. And then this is like YouTube 101, guys. If he doesn't ever text it, that means I know he didn't watch it. So YouTube 101. Also, we need to talk about Neil's week 1 name. Trevor, you called me when I was on the road. This is your floor to have here.
Hey, man, we're all good friends and stuff. I just want to make sure it stayed that way. That's all.
Were you fearful that Spencer was going to kill him?
No, I just, like I said, I mean, there's got to be a line somewhere, right? There's just got like ethics, morals, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how I would. Spencer, shout out to you, man. You handled it great. I really don't know how I would have handled that one. That one's a tough team name.
I think Neil does a really good job of knowing who he's playing and where that fine line is drawn. Obviously,
I'm not gonna lie. The second he sent that team name, I immediately looked to see if I played Neil. I'm not gonna lie. I immediately checked my schedule, and then week 9, here we are. Perfect, sweet.
Yeah, and I know with Daddy's home like that for Spencer, that's a good drawing point with me. Obviously, he didn't play me last year, so no holds barred. He had 2 years of anger pinned against me in that one for Tony's come and go, which is another story for a different day. But
you want to tell the story, Tony? Go ahead.
Not on this one. I don't think YouTube would be too kind. But no, this week's team name is diabolical.
I was gonna say this. What's worse, that week 1 against Spencer or this week?
Oh, this is.
I mean, like I said, this week's I don't know, man. Like it kind of gave me the chills a little bit. The first one was like, wow, I can't believe you said that. This one's like, I can't believe he made that. Like he sat there and made that photo of it. That's what's nuts to me. Like that one.
Is the chills the right word there?
Uncomfortable. Is that better?
That's.
Yeah, I opened it at my desk and instantly looked.
Oh, not safe for work. Nice.
Yeah. So, there was definitely a high level of uncomfortability there from me.
It was. Kind of a sneaky. So I didn't really touch the schedules a ton this year. It's a lot of work, and honestly, it worked out to where every team plays their division matchups twice. But this is kind of a sneaky rivalry week. We got me and Trevor, Liam and Chris for the inner division. We got the Forster brothers, PP and TT. A rematch of I think it was 2 years ago, the Super Troll.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce and Joey in a relatively friendly matchup, and then Connie and Neil, which is low key become one of the biggest rivalries in this league. Tony, which matchup are you looking forward to most here?
I think this week my big matchup is between the two Forster brothers. Spencer being 2-0. Andrew just got embarrassed and is now a dirt pad bandit. He's got something to prove against his big brother there. So I think that's the matchup to keep an eye on this week.
Trevor, what about you?
I was gonna say Foresters too. That's just a big matchup. Obviously, Rue has a lot of talent that is injured right now, so we don't know how long those guys are gonna be out for. So if he goes on a little 3-game skid or whatever, something like that, could be huge for his season. So I don't want to say obviously it's really early for must wins. I mean, you could say I'm in a must win game, but obviously it's a big matchup there.
You could make the same claim with Parker being 2-0 or 0-2 versus 2-0 in his division. It's just.
Say what you want about talent on each team, but going down 3 games in the division for Parker versus the fraudulent team that you currently run, Tony, like 3 games is a lot to come back from in fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at this thing up and down, and I probably have him beat maybe in 1 to 2 positions out of the whole lineup.
And this is like borderline jinx. I can like feel it. It's like
I'm just looking at the projections, but I mean, between Dak Prescott, we take Lamar all day, and then I'm gonna assume Tay Adams has a big week versus Carolina this week, so I'll take him over Rashee Rice this week. But other than that, it's a crapshoot.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys both listen to Pardon My Take. Big Cat does this thing every year where it's the pinky bet. Where about this time every year he puts his pinky on the line saying, if this team wins the Super Bowl, I'll cut off my pinky. I won't ask you guys to do the pinky bet, but I would love if you guys, if X team wins the Super Bowl, you guys will put $20 in the Jinx jar. Who would that team be for you right now? Tony first.
It's Neil. Neil 100%. I would put a $20 bill that he can rebuild this thing. Come out. He's got Patrick Mahomes.
No. If this team does win,
like you would be shocked if he wins it.
Like
the other.
Dead.
Oh, it's
Dead.
Joey. It's Joey. That team's terrible. Merrick unintentionally. And I mean, Joey will win some games, but
Joey will win some games.
It's a tough roster to look at. And outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't know about those guys.
Trev, who's your $20 Jinx pool bet? Who is no shot?
I mean, it's Joey. It's Joey. Like, I mean, even with Tony's corpse of a running back, like, I mean, he's got trade pieces that will turn into something if he wants them to. I respectfully, I don't see that on Tony or Joey's team unless he wants to trade Amon-Ra. But even if he trades Amon-Ra, his next best piece is Drake London. So
Drake London or Mike Evans.
Yeah. So sorry, Joseph. All respect, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
Do you guys think once he gets married, maybe he'll get better at fantasy football?
No, I think he's going to get worse.
Think so? How could it get? Could it get much worse? Has he ever made the playoffs?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I guess it can't get, unless he's got to go sit in a bar for 16 hours. I don't really know how much worse it's going to get for the kid.
I am going to be pissed if Trevor or Joey gets last place, and that's.
Oh no, yeah. If I get last place, I'll thank you guys. I'll have a reason.
If Joey gets last place, me and him are about to have a day. It is going to be sloppy and fun all at the same time.
You think he's going to pick the bar?
Yeah.
I think he picks TikTok. You're muted, Tony. How did that happen?
I was yelling at somebody.
Oh.
No, but I think if Joey gets last, I'm gonna join him on a good amount of this venture.
Okay. I mean that.
I'll clip that. Like, yeah,
okay. Fun.
Tony just openly admitted that he's gonna do the punishment too. So okay, cool. We got.
Okay, you guys are free from a jinx. Right now, who do you guys think wins the Super Bowl?
In week 2?
Yep.
I can't pick myself.
No.
You know what? Honestly, I'll start. I think Joey's going to win it all. I really do. I think Joey's got the strongest roster. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of talented teams out there. I love Bryce's team. Bryce, I don't know how he does it. He called DJ Hopkins over the offseason. I don't know how the hell he always makes a competitive roster every year. I love Bryce's team. Spencer's team's up there, so I'll give a few. If I was betting money, like you said, no jinx. I think Spencer's team's going to win it all. Really solid foundation there. So, yeah, I'll go Spencer.
I'm going to go back to Neil's team. I really think this team's good enough to figure it out between Mahomes, Collins, and Jahmyr Gibbs. I think those are some good, solid pieces. If Kenneth Walker can come back and be healthy, I really think Neil's got the makings here to make a good run here at the end of the year. especially if Amari Cooper can figure it out. I think that's a team that's sneaky, and we need to keep him near the bottom if we can.
I mean, you gotta look around at the league and like who's won a ring, who hasn't, and like it kind of feels like Neil is next up, right? Like he was coveted to get into the league for a long time. He's in it now, and albeit he's underperformed a little bit, but year in, year out, you'd think he brings the most talent of the guys who are ringless.
I'd have to agree with that.
Fair comment, Trev?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking right now. Yeah, it's just honestly, like I said, that extra flex really adds a little bit to it. I mean, obviously, if J.K. Dobbins keeps this up, it's really, yeah. I mean, like you said, if he's got some guys underperforming right now, if they go back to what we expect from them, I mean, if Mark Andrews goes back to being a top 3 tight end, obviously K9 staying healthy is a big one. Josh Downs has been Anthony Richardson's favorite target on the 42% of passes he's been able to complete this year. So if he can get that even up to Josh Downs, he's one of Anthony Richardson's favorite targets when he's able to actually throw the ball on the 38% he actually completes a pass. And then Amari Cooper, obviously a very talented wide receiver. So no, I like Neil as a pick too.
Josh Downs hasn't started the game yet. Josh Downs hasn't started the game yet.
Yeah, he hasn't this year, but he was one of his favorite targets last year. He's healthy now, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, with Anthony Richardson completing 28% of his passes this year,
okay,
you just gotta hope that one of those 28% goes Josh Downs' way.
Those 5 quarters he played last year, really, I mean, they've really proved Parker right. If Parker made the right pick there.
No, it was a great pick. Like I said, I mean, even when he's throwing 19% on completions, it's just hit or miss. That one of those 19% complete passes are going to be a touchdown.
Yeah. It's a shame Parker already has him benched. That's his guy, though. That's his guy. Well, sweet.
I'm just upset because I said by week 4.
I know. He didn't even make it there. Also, you underrated storyline. You bullying Connor into starting Daniels and then Stafford and then Daniels and then Stafford and then eventually Daniels week 1 was peak fantasy content. He got so mad. No,
it worked out. Connie made the best decision for his team. No, it's awesome. He wasn't rattled at all. He definitely didn't second guess himself. He didn't change his lineup 4 or 5 times even before Sunday. So no, he was very confident with that decision. It worked out great. It was a great win by the guy.
The guacamole peanut.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, you got
it. Appreciate you guys coming on. I said I wouldn't make this too long. I'd be shocked if Liam's actually even made it this far. But for those who have, appreciate you guys listening. Any last words out of you two?
Connie, if you're seeing this, apparently you suck a lot of penile, so try to stay off that shit. That's all I got.
Trev?
Gentlemen, stay healthy. Got the injury bug out. Let's see who can make a run over these next couple of weeks. Thanks for having me on the pod. This was my first appearance on one of these podcasts, and I'd like to make another one maybe in the future. This was a good time, guys.
Absolutely.
All the pods you want. I can be here every night. All right. Love you guys. Go Swagsers. One pride.
Peace.